As you know, I do go out of town in a few days to go on tour with BTS, and I said I've been teasing this whole time. Which member of the group have I been assigned to film pretty much the whole time? It's actually Suga. It's August D, so it'll be my task to shoot a video of this dude while he's in the States, and I'll tell you what about it pretty soon. Yeah, we're shooting the actual concerts. We're gonna be shooting stuff for both DVDs and stuff live in Korea, so hopefully, you know, after it's aired, I'll be able to find it online. Who knows? I'm gonna be taking you with me, and I will show you as much as I can. I don't really know. There's actually a lot of things I probably can't show you guys, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try to provide you information that doesn't upset the client, but something you won't find on other reaction channels because they don't know. All right, so in late January, I got hit up on Instagram by somebody that watched my YouTube channel, and they wanted to give away concert tickets to B1A4. Now, my audience did not want them, unfortunately, but still, he was still nice enough to stay in touch with me, and he contacted me again and said, I know somebody that does filming and production and stuff like that, and I know you do that too. And he passed my information on to them. I had a lunch where I discussed technical aspects of shooting and stuff like that, and I sent my reel to him, and he gave me some pointers. I updated it, and then he sent it to the Korean director, who approved it, and that was how I got a spot on the camera team for BTS. And then I didn't hear anything for a month. The whole time I thought I lost it. But then we did have a meeting, and then we discussed that I would be assigned Suga for the tour. I would literally be the official close-up camera for him for 2 weeks. Yep.
On behalf of this crew with base in Los Angeles, we wish you a pleasant stay in New Jersey or whatever your final destination may be. Thank you for flying Virgin America, plus Alaska.
So I'm in New Jersey, in Newark. I haven't been here I've never been here actually. But yeah, New Jersey. Snapchatting? No, this is all just video. All just regular video. So we've landed. We are in Newark, and I guess we're gonna go set up the cameras at the venue right now. One thing we all had in common was we had never used the cameras that we would be using ever before. So the camera we're gonna shoot with, we have never shot with before, so we're looking up the manuals right now on all our smartphones so that we're ready for tomorrow. We got picked up at the airport and got taken directly to the Prudential Center in New Jersey. Sir, he's awesome. Got it. And that was when I found out that I was forbidden from recording you know, completely documentary style on this journey. They were super serious about confidentiality. They actually had social media police walking around everywhere pretty much the entire tour, and their job was to basically monitor us. So like, even though they weren't talking to us directly, they had all our social media and everything on profile, and they checked it constantly to make sure that the posts that we made were up to code. It wasn't so much that we shouldn't be happy to be at the BTS concert, but like showing anything backstage or showing the group or showing anything that fans could use to possibly sneak in or do weird stuff. So they were monitoring like everything we did. So most of what I captured, I just saved till the whole thing was over. So like I mentioned a second ago, none of us had ever used these cameras before. We just know the general principles of setting up cameras. You have your sticks or your tripod, then you have the mount portion of it, the thing that lets you swivel and actually move the camera around. Then you have the camera body, which goes on top of it, which is most of the camera, but it's without its lens, which extends it even further. And the lens itself takes 2 guys to strap to these cameras. And we're having to put them on, not on the ground, but on a platform. So we had to wait just for the platform to be built by the stage people. So we're backstage as the whole thing is being assembled, you know, like Lego blocks, seeing like teams and teams of like guys like assemble everything and rappel down on ropes to hang lights and different things like that. So it was pretty cool to see that kind of thing up close. After we set up the cameras, we think we're done, but we're not done. Actually, we got to meet director Kim and director Kang. So we saw who not only approved us, but we saw the most serious people ever. The director just comes in, you know, very stone-faced and ready to get down to business. And director Kang came in and had like a leather face mask on, which was so... Dude, that guy could dress. Like, I want one. I want my own leather mask. I thought that was actually kind of cool. Anyway, they come in and begin to inform me about something that I didn't know before I came on this tour. That not only was I documenting and like shooting a show, that I was a part of the actual show. And that not only are they shooting this stuff for broadcasting and for TV, like literally what we're shooting is on the screens at the concert for everybody to see. And we had cues, and in order for the stuff on the screens to look a certain way for the audience, we had to hit our cues as well. Or else the audience could tell that we didn't know what we were doing. More pressure, more pressure. He laid guidelines for precisely how we were gonna shoot it and everything. And we were taking serious notes, and we were all just so nervous, but still so excited. I realized I just had so much to learn so fast. So, right now I'm walking back to my hotel room. This was the longest day ever. The longest day. We had rehearsals, we had to set up the camera, we got to see backstage. I'm going to sleep. I will see you tomorrow. So it's day 2, the night of the concert, and we're waiting for our bus because we need to go to the arena and set up shit. Everyone's tired. I've never had camera cues before. I never was like a part of like a show like this before. So I'm like, how am I gonna like not only pick this up, but like do it like now? So that was just a lot of pressure and stuff to like sit with me. Not only that, being able to distinguish my guy from everyone else while they're doing dance routines. I just never done it before. I have one of the first cues in the actual show. The first song in the concert, everybody who's actually seen the show knows, is Not Today. So you have this like countdown video that lasts 3 minutes precisely, and I know this because they would tell us over the intercom headsets that we have to wear throughout the concert, which helps us actually focus not only on direction but drown out the screams that are really happening around you. There's like a wall, and it goes and the silk screen drops. I have to be able to locate Sugar on the stage, put him in close up, focus the camera, and then prepare for the fact that after he crouches on the ground, he stands up and then goes. That sounds like it should be an easy thing, but it's actually not. And it's not only going to the production truck, it's also on the big screen. This is the first concert, and I fucked up the first cue I was given. So everything I pretty much learned about the rest of the concert was gone. My mind was mush. I'm hearing over the headset, 7, 7. That's me. I was camera 7. So having him scream my number, it was like a very humbling experience for me, and I was just so worried that I was gonna be fired. All right, it's the next day. Yesterday was the longest day ever. Shot my first BTS concert, and it was a lot of fun behind the scenes. I got to see V up close. That was pretty cool. I got to see all the BTS fans who were in mini skirts, you know, bundled up outside overnight. It's like 20 degrees outside at night, or colder. I saw that. I saw their stage being built, the platform, the lights, and you know, that was pretty crazy. But yeah, I did shoot, and it was probably the hardest thing I shot ever. I've shot literally in the hood with like gangsters with guns aimed at the camera, which basically means aimed at my face, and it was still not quite as cutthroat and like hard and precise of a technical thing to execute. So today I will actually be shooting what they call wides. I'll be shooting several members at once because the director didn't like my shooting a sugar. I'm just being honest. I can admit when I make mistakes. I didn't get to do a full rehearsal, and he didn't like my stuff. So I pretty much have to turn it all around today, or I'm sent home. That day I was very determined. I was determined to study his every move from concert footage. Also, I said a prayer, and I was like, I'm gonna learn this. We sit with director Kim again, and he goes over the concert footage that we shot day 1 and basically breaks us down. You know what I mean? For quality, and talks about what improvements he wants. And I was just so focused, and I guess he noticed it, and you know, out of the grace of God, he came to me and decided he would switch me back to my original position even before the concert. And I just shook his hand and I told him thank you, and my stomach was in knots. I was like, we can do this concert, but I gotta shit. I was either gonna shit or I was gonna puke. I just, that was so much pressure, because overnight, just having to know that I was switched and I had to learn someone else's part, someone else's cues. I had to forget all that and then correct everything that I got wrong the night before. You know what I mean? On the spot. So for hours and hours, we were studying dance moves from their concerts and member placement, where they're gonna be on stage, so that at a moment's notice you can zoom in on them, get them in close-up, and have them in focus, which sounds so easy, but it is not, especially when you're trying to do something live. When Not Today starts, Sugar will always be the third guy from the left. That's how I learned that, and every other spot. Thanks to my teammates, you helped me a lot. Not only did I learn where he would be standing every single time in his routines, I also learned that I could memorize my focal lengths. I could memorize them by a certain number that appears on my screen, and also I could mark on my focus control precisely what the focal lengths are for the entire concert, so I would never have to fumble. And because of that, I got through on day 2. Well, I survived. We shot the concert, and I got my shots. I don't feel as insecure about my job and getting fired like I did yesterday, because the first time was rough. But the second concert was awesome. The director was happy. I'm happy. I'm gonna hang out, because I gotta go to Chicago tomorrow morning. Facts. So I'll go by the window. This is Newark. So pretty soon, in a couple hours, we fly to Chicago and we see what's up with the Army in Chicago. It's a Saturday morning, and this is a parking lot full of cars and freeway, and I'm realizing how close we've been staying to the airport because it seems like an airport kind of neighborhood. Just saying. And here it is. By Newark. I had fun.
Videos are so stupid.
When he like punches it double time and then like a slow motion.
I survived Newark. I'm feeling more confident about things. I'm feeling that I can hopefully repeat or improve upon my job performance from the last concert. I also feel like the team has grown a lot closer. Any problems we were having, we shared with each other and we give each other tips on how to solve them. I've never been on a sports team, but I'm pretty sure this is what it feels like. I guess we're going to the hotel. I don't know. Because the concert's not for a few days. We came from the airport and we arrived at the hotel, and we noticed there wasn't a lot near where we were. We were pretty much right across the street from the airport. You could see it from the hotel. There was no McDonald's nearby, no grocery stores. Our only options for food at this point were the shopping mall and perhaps some small entertainment complex in the back, which we hadn't explored yet. I had no choice but to give the food court mall food a try, and it was fucking terrible. I'm not gonna tell you which places I ate there because that's a little mean, but I was not thrilled with the mall food there. I've eaten mall food in many different cities, lots of different malls. I just could not find anything that could really hit the spot there, and I ate there for 2 days. I didn't enjoy food that I was eating there until, I believe, night 2, the Sunday night, when we went to this German beer restaurant. Great beer, by the way, because they brew their own stuff. Also, yeah, they had the best chili. They had the best chili. Anyway, a lot of us bonded over the fact that just excited to find out what we did more. I got to look at the reels of some of the people that came with me, and these are some outstanding guys with a great amount of talent, and they're so young. I was actually the oldest in the bunch, and a lot of times they could forget that because I'm not the oldest looking person of my age, but also, you know, I'm just as ambitious and full of energy as they are, so in some ways we all had a lot in common.
No!
Yeah, you're on.
What up, yo? YouTube here. We out here in Chicago. It's fucking beautiful today. What you think about that, Brian?
Catch me outside, how about that?
How about that today?
What it is.
What it is, what it is it, though? What is it?
It is something.
I'm doing a very corny Zoom right now. You should do it one more time.
Yeah.
Is Sugar your boy?
He is now. He definitely is now. He's definitely.
I want to trade, dude.
Fuck that shit. We've had to rehearse too much remembering these guys.
I take J-Hope, and I take Sugar, because Sugar's hard as fuck.
Sugar is a pleasure to shoot because literally the look on his face is different than everyone else's. And if it weren't for that, it might be really difficult to shoot just his face when they do choreography like that.
That's a fucking lie because all Asians look the same.
Whatever, dude.
I didn't say that shit.
So welcome to what we like to call the fuck lounge, and some fucking went down before we had arrived.
Facts.
Come take a look. So the bed was perfectly made. Beds were made, but there's a handprint right here. Let's investigate. There's a handprint still, where you see the thumb pressed and the fingers pressed.
Oh my goodness.
As if someone was writing someone's face right here. Holy shit, that's a big hand. Look at that shit.
That's a pretty fucking huge hand.
Dude, that's big. That's a
Chicago.
That's a man's hand. They missed a little bit of fuck, but you know.
A little bit of fuck left, but that's all.
Yeah, they left.
What a dramatic zoom that was.
It paints a completely different picture
You
now.
gotta do more investigation.
Oh, no, scratches!
Oh my god.
Fuck!
Man.
Some shit went down in here. I don't know what it is, but this is where I sleep. I wonder what J-Hope would think of this. You know what he would think? He'd go, ha, ha, ha.
You really do get to know the band when you shoot them like that and see their rehearsals. That much is very true. Fans would kill someone to see what we see for work. It's true. So that Monday, we finally got a chance to see the city.
I've only seen it on TV.
No way. Nah, dude. Dude, they do not have fun. They got a Tesla camera.
See, you want to look at the landmarks, but you have to still look at me when you watch this video in my face. We got to see the Chicago Bean, which I'd only ever seen in a Kanye West video. Real shit.
She never mess with entertainers cause they always leave. She said it felt like they walked and drove on me.
It's time to flick the metal bean.
They said that if you touch it, you get like,
If you touch it, you get really?
you get what?
What will happen when I touch it?
You're gonna get.
I actually hear if you touch it, not only will you get a good selfie, because you're gonna get a good selfie there, but you're supposed to be renewed. Woo! Wait, I gotta touch it. It's all about being tactile here. In the city of brotherly love, I think. Yeah, I'm an unapologetic tourist right now with my coffee. In Chicago. Then we checked out the Chicago Institute of Art, or the Art Institute of Chicago, whatever. It is the best museum in the world, according to their glass doors. We got to see a whole lot of stuff. I got to see Salvador Dali's. I got to see Van Gogh's. I'm super excited right now. Haven't been to an art museum in a while, but look at where I am. Look at this. If you ever went to art school, these are the most familiar paintings ever in your textbooks. Look at how gigantic and epic that is. You see this? Do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see this shit? Do you see this shit?
You seen this shit, dog?
Then later on, I checked out one of the most popular restaurants in Chicago, which makes these like pizza pot pies, which I'd actually never had before. It's like, imagine like a softball with pizza in it. Yeah, so it was the first good thing I'd eaten. No, it was not the first thing. Never mind, forget I said that. And then afterwards, I got to discover my new favorite hobby, indoor skydiving. You have to do this. It's expensive, but it was the funnest time, the biggest surprise I could have asked for, honestly. I didn't know that I could take to it so quickly. Still not jumping out of fucking plane. Don't even ask. Everybody on the team did it, and it brought us that much closer, and it's crazy how much bonding can happen in just a few short days. I'm in Chicago right now, and I think that's really weird, and I just think it's just crazy, and I didn't pay to be here. Not on a vacation, and it's for work, and I think that is the craziest thing, and it's very motivating because it's like not only am I in Chicago, I'm like in like in a hotel room, you know, close to something that says Chicago right there. It's in near an airport or whatever. That's not my point. My point is, I want to travel more. I want to do more things, and I love LA, but I would like more opportunities that take me out of there. You know, it's not something I'm used to, and I want more of that. That night, I had the biggest nightmare. I have a dream that I'm actually at work in the middle of the concert, and the intro song comes on, and the silk drops, and I cannot focus the camera. No matter what I keep trying, I cannot focus the camera. And the boss keeps yelling at me in Korean, and I cannot focus the camera no matter what I try. It's like, it's on repeat. The concert keeps starting over and over again, and I can't focus the camera, and nothing's working. Repeat, repeat, repeat. I have to get this doom out of my mind. I have to shake this feeling. So I study all day, study more of the placement, study more of the dance moves, and it just keeps churning my stomach. Like the anxiety just keeps building in me. So after a certain point, I have to stop studying. I have to clear my mind. I have to find a way to get these nerves off me. Tonight's concert, as I mentioned before, is for the concert DVD. There are 14 more camera operators there. So it's super special. And you know that you have to hit your cues. Really, not only because the stuff is on the screen, but it's for the concert DVD, and it even affects the shot that comes right after you. You know, the directors have a tight script, and if I don't have my shots perfectly framed and in focus, then I just ruin everything. So, no pressure. No pressure at all. I'm a professional, right? Everything's gonna be just fine. So as the concert actually does start that day, I take some deep Zen breaths. I put all my notes on my phone so that in between songs I could see them and find out what my cues are gonna be for the next song. So I'm organized. I can do this. I just need to calm down. My hands aren't gonna shake. I'm just gonna do this. It becomes on the speaker thing, on the headphone, 1 minute until the concert is officially starting. So you know this is happening. And then I get a tap on my shoulder from camera 6. He lifts his speaker, so I lift mine so he can talk to me, and he says, "I'm gonna throw up." I'm like, oh shit! No! This is really happening right now. I'm like, no, man, you're not gonna throw up. You're not gonna throw up. No, no, that's definitely not gonna happen. Not Today's playing and shit like that. and he looks back at his camera and he frames up his shot just like I'm framing my shot, and he starts throwing up. For real. For real! So quickly, as fast as I could, Sugar's part comes on, and he's like, no, not today. And he nails his verse. And then I quickly go to find him, and I look over, and camera 6 is like, he's like, oh man, I think I'm gonna faint. I grabbed him up by his shoulder, and I'm like, no, you got this. You have to shoot this. By the way, camera 6 has most of the cues in the show. Like I said, we all depend on each other to nail our cues in order for the next person's shot to make sense, and all sorts of stuff. There's like a sequence going on. I was like, you cannot quit, camera 6. And basically, I don't know if it was the nerves. I don't know if it was the oysters that they had, but his stomach was churning. And because I saw that my buddy, my teammate, because I saw he was going through a problem, somehow the adrenaline kicked in, and I was able to nail my cues in that show and make sure that he did not pass the fuck out. I handed him water and shit, patted him on the shoulder and rubbed his back. I'm like, nah, you can get your shots, man. You can get your shots. He puked the whole concert, but nobody could tell. Not the fans that were sitting behind us or anything. And I think the magic that we had felt and the renewal we felt at the Bean had certainly come through. And I had to give it to camera 6. He taught me something about dedication and about nervousness, that in some ways nervousness doesn't have to matter. It's not like we're on stage, and even though we have to perform, it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if we shit our pants. Get our shots. Frame them, get them in focus, and get your fucking cues. So, I'm actually feeling really nice right now because the Chicago show was a success. The director was happy with me, and I cannot complain at all. Felt good to be on this camera team. You know, everybody's so cool, you know what I mean? I can't wait to work with these guys again. And yeah, long story short, the concert was crazy. So many concerts, so many. Oh yes. Actually heating up food from yesterday. Tour food. Everything's closed. It's not LA. Not New York. Not everything's 24 hours. So I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna sleep. I'm going to fly back to LA. Mañana.
I need to get back into Florida. It actually makes me want to like pay more trouble. Because then I know when she talks, we're just like, oh shit, you're recording that? Dude. Ew. I
What?
just said the messed up stuff right now.
So we're back in LA, all of us, and they're all pretending they don't know they're on camera right now, and that's cool. They know. So it's Saturday morning, and I am downtown at the bus yard, and we're gonna take the commuter train down to Anaheim, and I'll have my rehearsals. And there's 2 more shows, one tonight and one tomorrow. Weather's a little different than it was in the other cities, but I'm pretty psyched, and I should see the guys pretty shortly. I'm taking a quick walk. Oh, look at all these lovely people over my shoulder. Extra proof that I'm here, because I can't shoot in there. So look at you guys. Look at how you look. That's you. Woo! Look at all these wonderful you, wonderful fans out here. So, Director Kim, the Korean director, gave me a nickname, Brown Sugar. Love it, because I've been shooting Sugar for the past like 2 weeks, and we did like a little skit, called ourselves GTS.
Hi, we are GTS! I'm the leader, Whack Monster.
I'm Brown Sugar. I shoot sugar.
Hello, I'm V, GTS.
I am B-Hope, and I shoot J-Hope. I'm Jimin, and I shoot Jimin.
Hi, my name is Ryu. I shoot for the gym.
Hi, I'm MK. I shoot JK.
GTS?
Hey!
Yeah!
So, this is Sunday, April 2nd. It's the last day of the US leg of the BTS tour, and I'm walking outside the hotel. It's really bittersweet because, you know, kind of been bonding with some really cool people, younger adults than myself. Yeah, it's very bittersweet because, you know, in some ways I'm gonna miss these dudes, you know what I mean? You know, traveling with people who were complete strangers at the beginning of the trip, but you know, a couple thousand miles of air miles, you know, things change. I want to tour more. I do like to travel. It was pretty cool. I got to actually see BTS in person, which is pretty crazy. And technically, people pay to see their concerts. I've seen their concerts like 13 times, man, because there's rehearsals. I'm privy to get all the rehearsals, you know, their sound checks, all of them. I'm glad I got the point guard I got. I think Suga is awesome. He's the most gangsta idol out, pretty much, you know. J-Hope smiles, but Suga does not. He's Suga, but that dude is not sweet in the least, which I think is pretty gangsta actually. So I'll shoot as much as I can today, show you as much of my day as I can. Kind of can't fire someone on their last day, but let's see. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can show you.
Is that on the front camera or the back one?
That's really the most I can show you. That is what's called a production truck. Google that, because I can't show you the inside. But this is the last show, and I'm excited and nervous. My camera, and all of y'all. It's the let out. Thank you for watching. So as I wrap up this vlog, I want to thank everybody at who watches at Public Contagion for supporting me in this channel and listening to me, my old ass, explain things and ruin it for you young people. You know, I make content for young adults, and you know, obviously I thank you for your support and listening to me, you know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have booked this job. Of all the people that were on the shooting team, I actually got booked. I was the discovery from YouTube. the one guy they found because they like how he spoke about music videos. And so I had a lot to prove, and I think I did prove it. Your positivity actually does help me personally, and hopefully I help you guys personally. I guess this is the time I say, please, what is it? Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Is there something you wish you saw? I'm sure there's plenty of stuff you wish you could see that I wasn't allowed to show. Also, please like and share this clip, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Bubba Contagion, the realest, most awesome K-pop music video based channel, reaction channel, whatever you want to call it, on YouTube with exclusives.